Maryland Zoo. Bill Searle called, said something about a stray cat. What took you so long? Go on inside.
Yes, cat people. This laserdisc I've sort of been looking at for several years. I don't know how many, maybe 1,000 years. I can see your eyes like 1,000 years. Yeah. Looks decent, okay. I've had a quick look at it. Looks okay. It's in there now.
Last night. Guy split stark naked. This neighborhood would notice.
How'd he get in there anyway?
No fire escape.
There's no fire escape, and the window's got bars on it.
Back door.
Locked.
One thing I noticed on this pressing is there's significantly more chapters than there is with the DVD. I think the DVD only has about 17 chapters. So there's a lot more chapters for the plot, the story, and so the erotic sexuality thriller. It's not really a horror movie. But if you have things like erotic and sexuality with leopards and such, it's going to get an X certificate now, isn't it? Something like this today, if it were made today, it'd probably get a 12A certificate, a PG rating, if you know what I mean. Then it's not going to look as good, it's going to be rubbish. I think this version, with the transformation, because they, the director's saying about all the Universal pulling out all old movies at the time, catalogue ones, and then remaking them, and Thing and such, and then you get better transformation. Yeah, I'm not sure how much difference the soundtrack mix is on this. I read somewhere. Right here. Home video version, some music rescored. So, is it with this pressing, from when they did this pressing, would the earlier pressing, which would be a pan full screen, panel scan, would that one be different? I wouldn't know. I never saw this movie at the cinema because it was X-rated. I only saw it on VHS, I think, sometime around 83. This was released in 82, I think. So I'll go into the THX cinema now. Things are getting good. Oh yeah. Paul's got a bit of an issue at the sex parlour. He's not paying the rate what the service he got. A little bit raw gruntled. Lots of cat references in this movie. A lot of cat references.
He was going to show me the sights.
Get yourself a guidebook. They sell them all over town. Go to the French Quarter. You'll have a good time. And don't worry about him. No, sit down. Try some coffee. I want to see if you like it. Chicken. And then I'll steam you some milk.
Milk. There's a reference with milk, because cats like milk.
If you like it, chicken. And then I'll steam you some milk. And then I'll steam you some milk. And then I'll steam you some milk. You want some breakfast?
No, thank you.
Oh, that's all right. I'll fix you some breakfast.
Play it out, folks. Play it out. Play it out. What's that over there?
That's the soup.
Oh, wait. I want to go.
What for?
about a dump? You want to go to a soup? Why don't you go to LeBron's? Why don't you let me take you French corners?
I've seen the French Quarter. Now, please stop.
It's your money.
Keep it.
Sure does. He's a superb cat.
A superb cat. He's a menace.
You want to come on down from there? That animal's not even supposed to be out. Why'd you run away like that?
Well, you scared me.
But the leopard doesn't.
You can sense how an animal feels.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, sometimes we're all connected.
Who are you?
Marina Gallier, who are you?
I'm the curator here. The zoo's been closed for an hour and a half.
Alright, it's coming up a bit where there is a difference in the
It's the same with every bureaucracy.
in the
things worked out with these people, and then they
the film. He's singing in the jungle.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight.
Whereas on the DVD version, and I assume the HDVD, whatever, and all that, he's singing. Oh gosh, what was it now? Hey, what's up, pussycat? Whoa, whoa. Hey, what's up, pussycat? And your stinking kitty. You know, he's singing that. All right, so that might be the only difference. I'm not sure if this was done for, you know, and then they changed it because of, you know, ownership and all this nonsense, you know, really. I mean, it's not like they were actually playing the music, it was just singing the lyrics. I mean, what's the big deal? Bloody hell.
And the tigers and the bears. Come on, fella. Come on, I gotta spray this out. I gotta spray this out.
I don't think you liked his singing.
Move it. It's supposed to be in the back there. Back through the door, guy. Cooperate. Come on, come on.
So it's kind of nice now to have sort of like two versions of Cat People. I suppose they could do that with a Blu-ray, so you got like two different versions, or you switch in two different versions of soundtrack, same film, but just or slight different in the running time slightly.
Hey, move.
I think there is a bit of difference there in the Giorgio Amorodore score. I'm not sure if I have to go back to the DVD, which is still playing.
Halfway. I don't know what to tell you.
So it's the DVD.
Whoa, what's the pussycat? Whoa, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and your pussycat smell. Come on, fella, gotta clean up the buffers. Clean it out, be real nice. Move it. It's supposed to be in the back there. Back through the door, guy. Cooperate.
He's afraid.
Come on. Hey, move.
Oh yeah, that kind of like top end, sort of like on a top hat.
Come on. Careful, stay back.
Wow, this is pretty aggressive in THX sound system. Like, what aspect ratio would I go with? Seeing that most scope movies would still have this sort of framing black bars top bottom, and the width, 16:9 TVs just don't look right. But when sort of like converting the movie here down to 4:3 in its letterbox, that because it's WS ratio, widescreen ratio, WS. That's for projectionists, usually know that term. The black bars are about the equal thickness of a scope movie. So even if it was a 16:9, on this movie, scope movie, it's just going to be wider in the width, but it will still have the same black bars top and bottom. So if I just switch the aspect over to expand it, it then looks like the then that sort of then looks like the DVD. That's 16:9. But I would say that ratio, it just looks wrong. They should make sure these transfer conversions translate. So, a widescreen movie should be more compressed inward, and with the black bars, of course, same thickness as the scope ratio, but the image should be compressed in slightly. It's so damn annoying. Bloody all these, you get a load of rubbish video projectors, and when changing aspect ratios and all that, it is so slow compared to cinema when I used to do it. It was so fast, but then that was through training, and then you get very proficient and then more quick at it, and then be able to do changeovers and that with a widescreen to scope lens after trailers and all that, and then you go into the movie, depending on what the movie is. If the movie's flat, then you show it in WS after the trailers. You don't have to do any lens change. If there was a trailer happened to be in the movie and it was scope, then you flip over the scope ratio and then you flip back to widescreen ratio. And you got to do all that within literally like that. But with home, it's rubbish. It is so slaggish and slow. Changeover. Oh no, that was a nice sort of like going into from changeover, because usually the changeovers on laserdisc sometimes has something else playing there, and then the movie starts. You get a graphic display, or it's a slow fade or whatever. Wow, the low end in that. Wow. Not done with like a sound effect, even if there's a sound effect that's idling just underneath it, underneath the score, but it kind of gives a flexy, like being on a mattress. Wow, it flexes in this. It flexes, and that's with the sub bass extension off. That's just over the LCR, left and right wide. Just using the left and right wide. The center surrounds are muted at the moment. I'll check them out later, see what they're like in the mix. But the chapters, this chapter stop more or less, it has a chapter stop spot on the DVD, whereas this chapter here doesn't have a chapter stop on the DVD. And the chapter stop where she goes at the train station usually starts at the train station on the exterior, which is about there. Oh wow, it's a low end in that there. kick to the chest. Another octave, low, low, low. Yeah, the orange is coming up a bit different colour on the camera because the camera can't work it out. Phone camera can't work it out. Sounds a little different-ish in the actual 424 matrix. Put the surrounds in.
Long ago, our ancestors sacrificed their children to the leopards. Long ago, our ancestors sacrificed their children to the leopards. The souls of the children grew.
It echoes on the 5.1 mix because, you know, it echoes. It's got a slight echo on it, but I can't notice any echo in this mixed version.
Beside the leopards until the leopards became human. Children.
The narration is in the surround.
So,
I think I'll just back it up. So it sounds like
their children to the leopards.
just double checking to make sure there's no errors in the sound mix. Oh, that's got a slight echo there let's put the OCR in.
You must return.
Slight difference. Oh, that's a bit different. Dog has a bit of more of an echo, sort of like rah, as it comes out on the 5.1 remix on the surrounds. Well, it's different here. It's different. A bit more up front-ish. But thing that bothers me is that is not the dog that you see between the branches. That is not the dog. That's the fur, or the dark. It's just too dark. That's the leopard, and it's maybe just coincidental that a dog just came out, you know, because Irene's stalking, you know, she's transforming, and then probably she took a kill, you know. I don't know. Or maybe it was that guy in the park, because he looked like a cat person there. He looks like a cat person. The way he sat, standing on the on that ledge there, he could be a cat person. There could be several, you know. It's like there could be several. They're all hanging out in New Orleans. Oh, it's creepy with the panning. Because the leopard's walking around, roaming around.
What's wrong, Alice?
I know you want to kill me.
Yeah.
That sounds different. Sounds a bit different to the DVD 5.1.
Don't you know my name? Well, you've been so long, and I've been putting out fire.
And also a little bit different because I'm playing in you know, the correct time as well, whereas on the DVD it's going to be a 4% power speed up. But there was slight differences. I noticed slight difference when, you know, went to the leopard just looking, and with the David Bowie's music, I noticed a slight echo-ish in the background that was a little bit different-ish to the DVD.
So blue, an ageless heart that can never mend, whose tears can never dry, judgment made can never bend. See these eyes so green, I can stare for 1,000 years. Just be still with me. You wouldn't believe what I've been through.
scratch marks on it. Must be the panther there for scratching on the print there. Oh yeah, like the that's a good touch at the end there. Meow, that's cat people.